Last game here before the break, I know, on the other side, they're going to want to go in feeling good. You guys are going to want to feel like, what sort of is that performance need to look like for you guys tonight?
Yeah, well, I think we're, at this point in the year, it's pretty clear what the performance needs to look like and what our team identity needs to look like for a game here tonight. And so, it's just important getting to it right away.
Has it been surprising to you, maybe just like the fluctuation of like how these games have gone, maybe up and down a little bit in terms of, you've talked a lot about playing with that identity?
That's kind of the way it goes sometimes. I mean, the better you are as a group, I mean, the more consistent you are in the way you play. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose based on, bounces, special teams like that. But, the way we have to play and the way we approach every game's got to be similar, and I think we've been getting more consistent. So,
obviously a couple shuffles here, but a line that you're familiar with playing that you guys played with earlier on in the season with Grits and Cody. What did you like most, maybe, about the way the three of you connected, and just sort of bringing a little more offense to the group here as a whole?
Yeah, I know. Gritsy's a fun guy to play with. I mean, he's got a lot of speed. He's such a good shooter. And he wants to make plays. He doesn't shy away from any battles. He gets under guys. So he really is, for a rookie. I mean, he plays beyond his years. He's a complete player. So he's a really easy guy to play with, and he's a fun guy to play with. So, so it's a nice addition.
Have you ever been part of a team where in one game, I'm thinking back to last game, basically an entire line worth of top 6 players?
I don't. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't recall something like that. Where and sometimes as good as the players are, sometimes it's difficult for you guys to just come in and then we talk about identity and stuff and that much jumbling. So I think after a good skate today and a couple good meetings, it'd be good to get our group back together and find our game.
Dilly, obviously, final game before the break. You guys didn't sort of close out the home part of the schedule the way you would have wanted to. But here today, like for an athlete, like how important is it to go out in a positive way into a break, an extended break?
We got 3 days. You got 3 days to think about this game after a win. You're in good spirits. A loss, you're looking forward to the next game and wanting that to come sooner than later. So, especially with how things have kind of gone here over the last couple of weeks, we've been trying to build on momentum. And if we have one slip up like we did, to fix it right away and not let it fester and snowball into more. So, another game now where we're not getting 3 or 4 players back. That is just going to magically win us the game. We've actually got to go out there, earn the 2 points, division rival, team that's, we're going to be battling with here, I'm sure all the way right until the end before playoffs. So good test for us, and we're going to have to come out here and, earn our break.
Have you ever been part of a team where basically an entire top 6 line has returned in one shot?
Yeah, that was a lot. I mean, it was, our cap hit went up a lot in those couple of days. Our obviously power play, all that stuff, which we, of course, I still think really until we get all our bodies back to have our full lineup in, it's going to be a little bit, but it's great. 32 teams want to get a Jack Hughes, a Timo Meier, and a Gritsuk back. So, but we again, the 3 guys aren't going to win the hockey game, which we found out last game, and get it going tonight.
Did you feel that like maybe there was some relying on that? I remember. I didn't necessarily see that, but I remember Sheldon saying before the game, we can't sort of rest on our laurels of these 3 guys.
I don't know if it was all that. They're 3 really important players for our team, 3 great players that we won the lineup. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. It's got to be a team win, and I don't know if we were just all that was the conversation, anything like that at all. But it was more the mental side of it. Hey, we'll be fine scoring goals. Hey, we'll be fine doing this because we're getting these guys back. We can't do that, and we obviously didn't get the 2 points.
What's it been like for you to have Pesh come back and be a part of that PK rotation? Yeah.
It's been unreal. He's just such an easy guy to play with, easy guy to read off of. The communication aspect on the ice. It's a treat to get out there with him. PK 5-on-5. He's just such a big piece of our team. I think on the PK specifically, we're just able to be more aggressive. We're able to kind of just read off one another so well that hopefully we can get a bit of a roll going on that here going forward. Last game, not taking any penalties is going to help our team the most, but great to have him back.
Just thinking back to the thing that you mentioned in our first bit of this conversation is the idea of like you want to go in feeling good about your game. Is there a level of like up in the competition between both teams, just wanting that in that last game? Like, do you feel, is there like a...
Yeah, I mean, every team, right? Every team's watching video. Every team's having the same conversations, want to go into the break on a high. They're playing here at home. It's just the competition aspect, which you got to love. If you're, somebody in sports, you got to love the competition, want to love that challenge of going in and, another guy on the other side wanting the puck just as much as you are. Well, who's going to win it? That block shot or that competition for net front to bat in that rebound, whatever it is, we've just going to want it more right here, I think, tonight, which to have 3 days off in this schedule this year is not happening often. So, let's just have to earn it.
I feel like it looks like you returned to a familiar top six that you've put together already this season a couple of times. Can you sort of just speak a little bit to the changes that you've made up front and what you're looking for? I know you're looking for more offense, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, no, it's not so much the offense. I mean, you look at our first period the other day, we generated more than enough. But it's just a little more familiarity. And obviously with Timo, Gritsuk, and Jack all coming back and playing their first game, I think having two of the guys coming in that haven't played on the same line maybe didn't work out the way we wanted it to. So I just go back to some familiarity. Got one game left here before the break, so I think familiarity is important, and that's what we'll go with.
And that allowed you to also put back the glass line with Grits and Brownie, and they really had a lot of chemistry at the beginning of the year. What do you like most about the way?
Yeah, well, again, just the familiarity, right? It's three very common lines for us. As much as I like the idea of Gritsuk and Mercer, and I like that in Chicago, I think maybe have to revisit it at another time with one game left here. I think, as I say, the familiarity is best. And Glasser, Grits, and Brownie, those guys have worked well off of each other, and skill sets seem to match. I think that will help Gritsuk here coming back into it and getting comfortable, and hopefully just kind of snaps our group into place.
And then just to want to go into the break on a positive note, like that can be significant, no? Like with three days off.
Yeah, that's it makes for a better break for everybody for sure. So, yeah, you want to go out positively. Obviously, we're coming off of a loss here. You don't want to lose two in a row. It's a division rival. Like all these kind of things. Lots of reasons to empty the tank today.
As a coach, when you game plan against a guy like Barzell, who sometimes is, he's kind of, I don't know what the word is, a free thinker, but he sometimes does things that other players don't necessarily do. How do you construct a defense to account for that?
Yeah, I think you describe him, in a way that's accurate, and a lot of the top players play that way. They play a little bit outside of the structure. They're a little bit, they play a game that's kind of hard to coach or hard to predict. They're using their instincts and all those sorts of things. So, I mean, for us, it's A, let's try to keep the puck out of his hands, and then B, if he gets it, let's try to protect the good ice and put him into bad spots and try to outnumber him and all that sort of stuff. Well, you also have to be conscious of the people away from him and off the puck, because he's so good at drawing people to you and moving it from there. We have guys like Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt that are very similar in nature. So we see it every day in practice, and we talk about it often when we're playing against top guys like that.
Is the break this year, does it feel a little more needed just with how condensed the schedule has been?
I would say so, definitely. The guys are really looking forward to it. It has been, for us, it's eased off a little bit in terms of the volume of games in the last couple of weeks. Granted, we did just go to sort of, Vegas and Utah and a red-eye home and all these kind of things not too long ago. So all that does add up, in particular with us with the injuries that we've had, and we've asked so much of so many guys, in some cases just playing too many minutes and not having a lot of time to decompress between games. It's been a grind at the start of the season here for everybody, not just us.
What's that balance been like for you, kind of trying to manage guys' minutes and that sort of push and pull of obviously wanting to win whatever game is happening right then versus the longer term thinking?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, in the game, you don't do a whole lot of thinking about managing because you do have to get the points and you got to do what you can there. We haven't had too many games that have been lopsided one way or the other. In those affairs, you can kind of manage guys and pull back, but for the most part you got to get the points, so then you got to utilize the days between games as best you can, and a lot of times it's been rest. Our team has not practiced very much at all this season. It's the least I've ever practiced as a coach, and it's just because you're opting for the rest to keep guys off.